kind of young though.
That was awesome. Now, introducing our youth speaker. Give me a drum roll. What are you doing, bro? That was great. Just quick walk in the aisle, my friend.
It's the most well-known youth club. He almost was strutting up there, man.
You don't know how to work this?
Where's Mark in it? I see Mark.
Is it on? No.
Mark and...
Mark is up here. This is the one.
Oh, okay.
Can you help me with the mic?
Yeah, can you help?
Yeah, I don't know how to turn this on.
Got the other ones?
Talk.
I am. Oh, is it on now?
Ken Harris is leaving the room. No.
Okay, can y'all hear me fine?
That's
Yep.
a little bit.
No.
Little high.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I heard no. That's for you. Okay, so I had a message written out and kind of planned down everything. Actually, I think Sunday Sharice asked me if I had something in planned. I said yeah. And turned out, was it Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Judge, when it all happened? Tuesday? I want to say Monday. So, yeah, I had a message written out and I had it all planned out. I knew how I was going to talk about it, all the points I was going to get across. And so I went to school Monday, I went to VOTEC, and about 10 minutes before we left, I seen a whole entire class just collecting money. And so I was like, okay, what's going on? So I went around, got into a little circle, and I was like, okay, so what's going on? And my VOTEC teacher, Mr. Cunningham, he's like, something to me. Alondra, is that her name? And, she was the only girl that was in our class, and she shot herself last week. And so she was a close friend of mine. I didn't know her very well, but so I know. The last time I was up here, I talked about suicide, and I wasn't going to talk about this time, but I felt like it was something that I needed to get across. And so I told this: the fight is worth it, because I believe that no matter what you're going through, suicide should not be the answer. I believe that your life, because you're put here for a reason, I believe that your life is worth it. And so it may cause a lot of pain and anger and stress, but the fight is worth it. Yeah.
You're doing good. We finally able to hear you.
So that's good.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
And so I do have scriptures, but I just want to get across this. Do y'all know that 55% ages between 15 and 40 men and women, 55% of the deaths are because of suicide. Over half the deaths that are between the ages 15 and 44 is because of suicide. 45, okay, so if it's over 45, it's 45%. And they believe in the last couple of years there has to be a 60% increase of suicide. And I don't know about y'all, but that is a lot.
Amen.
60% is a lot. And I didn't just guess it. I went through a bunch of websites to look it up. And so, I want to get into this. And so I want to talk about some stuff because when I seen her, she seemed happy. She always had a smile. You know, she was laughing, she was joking. Just a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we had all the sophomores from different schools come in. And the bachelors are the people who go get the sophomores, bring them to our classroom, and we kind of show them around. And she helped me with it. She didn't have to, but she did. And so, you know, we'd sit down, we'd wait for them to call in automotive, you know, follow these guys from automotive, they would take it to their class. You know, she was talking to these people, you know, hey, you know, what are y'all looking forward to? What do y'all want to do later in life? You know, she was asking a bunch of these questions stuff, and if I was looking at any of y'all, I cannot tell that if you're depressed or not. Because we sometimes put this thing on called a mask. And the mask is, I think it's because we get this fear. We don't want people to, we don't want to be pushed away. We don't want our friends and our family to push us away. So we might put on this little mask, you know, everything's fine outside, but inside it's not fine. And I know I've done it before. I've been sad and stuff, and sometimes, are you fine? But you know, act like I'm really fine and not. Then when they leave, it just shuts down on me. It's like, you know, you're not fine. And I get this little feeling in me is that sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, you know? I'm pretty sure a lot of us get a feeling, you know, we get put down, we're not good enough. Our friends, our family, our peers, just people we might not know, you know, just didn't push us down. And, you know, I think a lot of what's going on, I don't know what causes why people just want to go straight to suicide. I mean, that has to be a lot of pain to take your own life. I mean, is it just me, or is that like a lot of pain to take your own life? I mean, you won't get to see your family, your friends, just your future. I mean, if you were to stay here, you might, I mean, who knows what you could be. You could be anything. So don't waste time thinking about just suicide. I mean, we got people in here. I guarantee you, if you text any of these people right here, so Brother Kenny, I had a girl a while back text me wanting to cut herself. Actually, matter of fact, she did cut herself. So I texted Brother Kenny, and it was middle of the day. I know he's working. In less than 5 minutes, he texted me this long giant paragraph about how I can help her and what to do, and that give her his number, which I did. I don't know if you contact him or not, but you know, I know any of y'all will help. You know, y'all can text me on Facebook. I give you my number. I know y'all have social media. Y'all can talk to people. And can you bring up Hebrews 13:16? It says, "And do not forget to do good and to share with others, for which such sacrifice God is pleased." Okay. So sometimes we kind of get this feeling of this person is lower than me. You know, sometimes maybe in sports we might feel like we're a little better than them, so we take as much advantage as we can. Well, it's different than in sports and in actual reality. Because in reality, if you try to take over this person, you're going to push them down. You're going to push them deep. And we might push them down to a limit where suicide might become the case for them. Which it shouldn't be. What we should do is sacrifice our time, as it says, for which such sacrifice God is pleased. Sometimes we might need to sacrifice our time. Well, maybe we're on the phone with a friend, and someone says, "Hey, you know, I'm going through a lot of time." I was like, "Well, I'm on the phone. You know, I'll talk to you later." That later might be too late, and they're not on here. We need to take our time to help people, because just who knows? Because I know that God didn't put us on earth to live for a little bit, then to take our own lives and disappear. Because that's the future. That's what's going to help these young ones right here become role models to other people. Because no matter your age, what's wrong with you, I don't know if you might be bipolar, autistic, I've seen this kid, he's playing, I don't know if y'all watch American Got Talent, but he's playing piano. He got the gold buzzer and he's autistic and blind. Y'all can do anything. So, I'm asking me sometimes that hide your path because we get the feeling that no one cares about it, about us. So we put on this mask because we feel like no one cares. No one's going to listen to us. We're not good enough. We might get the feeling that we're not popular. No one cares about us. We don't have the right clothes, the right jewelry. And so you might want to go to this one group and fit in with them. And it's like, nah, they're too good, so they push us away. Alright, well, I'm not really athletic. I want to come over here to this. I want to try sports. I got cut from the team. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, these people, they seem kind of lower, but I mean, they're over doing drugs and stuff. Maybe I can fit in with them. Alright? You're in with them. But where are you going with your life? Where are you going with your life? Oh, just drinking, partying. I can't pronounce it because it's not racist and I know these. So, but that's ruined the moment. And so, no matter what we go through, there's always a bright side to it. I mean, have you all heard the saying that sometimes the grass may be greener on the other side? Okay, I heard one, yeah. Okay, so, yes, it might be dark and a little dry over here, but if you wait and you keep working on it, it could be way better on the other side. So, I agree with that. I won't correct myself on that, but I agree with Tanya. It's always going to be better. Because, yeah, it seems like it's going to get worse, and we're just going to put down and down and down, and there's no one coming to help us. But I guarantee you there's going to be at least one person in this church I know for a fact, which I know all y'all, but I'm just going to make the point clear. I know for a fact one person can come up here and just say, hey, I got a problem going on, will you sit with me and talk to me about it? Yeah, they'll talk to you about it, but it might be a little hard. It might be a little hard to confess what's going on, to talk about it, so texting might help. Okay. So you get a little talking about it and stuff, and it can be going good, and something just hits you really hard. And so I want to talk about some reasons. I think the top 10 reasons of why people go through suicide. And I have scriptures that go with it. And so, will you bring up John 15:12, please? Oh, wow, you already got it. Okay. So, it says, my command is this, love each other as I loved you. Like I was saying, we might not fit in this one group, and so they just push this way, just don't really care about me, just shove me out of the way. You're getting tossed back and forth, and finally you just can't figure out where you want to go. And so you're just kind of miserable. But see, when we push someone away, not only is it affecting them, but it's also affecting a lot of others. Because they're going to see, like, hey, you see how that person's pushing them away? They just don't care about it. And so when you want to shove someone away, and other people's going to see it. And now, there might be no one around, but eventually people's going to see it. And it's going to end up bad, because when someone finds out and they start talking about it or something, and then you're going to hear about it, you're like, man, I really just did that. I can't believe it. And so, instead of just pushing someone away, we need to love them. We need to show them church. Church is not a bad thing. I don't know if some of y'all just come here just for your friends, food, or whatnot. But church, I feel like church is just a place to get out of the world. It's kind of a safe home.
Amen.
And so, sometimes, I believe that we can go out there, we can search for someone. Because there's been, every time, I guarantee you, there's been one day one of y'all's been hurting. I don't know if it's because of family, depression, anxiety. Anxiety is huge. Okay, so I looked up the 10 reasons, like I said earlier. And depression was one of them. Can make people feel great emotional pain and loss of hope, making them unable to see another way to relieve the pain of ending their own life. Depression, it blocks your path. You can't see nothing. It's like this wall. I can't see past this wall because it's right in front of me. It's like depression. It gets in front of you, you can't see past it because you're so depressed. You want to keep looking at the past, but the past, all the past is doing is keeping you from the present and from your future. And so another one is mental illnesses. Causes you to feel different because you have a disorder or something wrong with your body. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I've seen on Facebook of this kid is autistic, I believe. And I think there's something wrong with him, and there was a bunch of kids that were punching and stuff. I mean, he was bruised up. And then people were sharing on Facebook, this kid was, I think he was like 12, and he was being pounded and stuff. And there was a note that he wrote, and his parents found it saying that he wants to end his own life. Well, just because there's something wrong with them, doesn't mean they're different from us. There's still something that God created, believe it or not. And just because they don't have, just because they're not able to do what you can do, doesn't mean you should put them down for it. Because everyone's different. We may all be the same one way or another, but right now on earth, we are somewhat different in ways. And I believe that just because that there's something wrong with you, you shouldn't put it down on someone. Traumatic stress, including childhood, I'm not going to read that part because there's kids, physical abuse or war drama is a greater risk for suicide even many years after the drama. So just because you have a home family that doesn't treat you right, you should have a church family that will treat you right. Just because you don't have friends that's going to treat you right, you still got friends at the church that will treat you right. I'm not saying just our church home is the place to be. I mean, it is, but there's people outside up here that will help you too. I mean, you can go, there's people at different churches. I mean, there might be people who don't go to church, but there's still going to be good people. I guarantee they're still going to help you. Oh, thanks. Okay, can I get 3 volunteers? Okay, I seen Lila have her hand up first. Billy, and yeah, redhead. Taylor, yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. Okay, so. Okay, so before I figure out what happened with my friend, I kind of had this little deal played out, but I wasn't really for sure. So I want to. Okay, so one of y'all's about to get picked on. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you won't be over there in this little dark area. You're just left out there. Okay. So this is what happened. I don't like her. You should have just don't like her. Talk about her.
I don't like you. You're mean. You're actually trash.
Okay, we got people who's only like participating talking trash about her.
I think it's her friend. I think that was her friend and all of that.
Okay, so the fact of this not being as really serious as I thought it was going to be, as in them making fun of you as they still are right now at this very moment. Okay, so if you went up here trying to play with them, but they're sports team, okay, they play basketball, and you didn't fit in, how would that make you feel? Just what? Well, yeah, would you be depressed over it? Well, no, I thought it was going to be good enough, but they didn't really like me. Yeah, okay. This is not turning out the way I thought it was going to be.
Why are you looking at it like that? Keep in mind, you're like, we're too cool for you to look at it. You mind turning it around?
When you bring up 1 Corinthians 6, 19,
You're
20.
red.
Okay, hold on. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You are bodies, therefore honor God with your bodies. Okay. So she got pushed out of the team, right? She wasn't good enough. So now she's feeling stressed. She tried the band, didn't work out. She didn't do it. She tried sports. She tried art, wasn't good enough. She tried those little kids that didn't really fit in with church, so they, didn't really work out either. Okay, so now she decided that maybe cut herself. What's the deal? Well, it's not the deal because it says, can we back up one, please? It says, do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit,
Amen.
who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. So you are the temple. Therefore, if you are cut, please don't cut yourself. But it says right there, you are the temple of God. You shouldn't be doing that. It's just not the way. And yes, so I was talking to this girl, it was actually the one I was talking about, but can you ask her, I said, so why, y'all can go sit back down. I said, so why are you cutting yourself? And she said, it just relieves the pain. I'm thinking, it relieves the pain? What are you talking about? Doesn't it make more pain? And she said, you wouldn't understand. I was like, that kind of hit me. I was like, wow, I guess I really wouldn't understand. You have to be put down really hard for you to cut yourself and it relieved the pain. I don't understand how just cutting their body open relieves the pain. But we shouldn't put that much of an impact on someone just because of that. Another one right here is substance use. Drugs and alcohol can also influence a person who is feeling suicidal. Loss or fear of loss. A person may decide to commit suicide when facing a loss or a fear of loss. These situations can also include ending of a relationship, close friend relationships, bullying, shaming, or humiliation, including cyberbullying, losing social or family acceptance, that word. Thank you. Due to rebelling, losing social or family, okay. So, not everyone has the best home life. It sucks, but just not everyone has the best home life. And I'm pretty sure we watched the what's that movie? I Can Only Imagine, where his father beat him and stuff, and he got really taken down, and now he's going around singing, making great songs. We shouldn't put someone down, but sometimes it just happens. And it sucks that it just happens, because I don't know what Alondra was going through, and I really hate that she went through suicide and that she's not here, which just happened in the last week, is when everything happened. And I wish that I could have seen that something was going on, but I couldn't because she had the mask on. The mask isn't always the answer, because when you take it off, we can see actually what's going on. And sometimes that's what actually needs to happen, so we can help you fix it. I guarantee you that when you take it off, it's a different world because people can see it. Yes, they may judge you, but also there's going to be someone there that's going to help you. And hopelessness. Hopelessness either in the short term or as a long-term lasting trait, has been found in many studies to contribute to the decision to commit suicide. You feel like you're worthless, nothing, you're not good enough, there's no hope, no one's gonna like you. I had this girl text me the other day, she just texted me friends on Messenger, and she asked how I was doing. I said, I'm doing good, you know. I said, what about you? She said, I just got out of hospital. Okay. I was like, so what about? She said, I stabbed myself. I said, oh. And she said that she feels like she's worthless. She already has one kid, she's 16, lives in foster care, foster care, I guess that's what it is. Lives in foster care. She does not go to church, so no one that I'm talking about goes to church, so I don't want y'all thinking that, I just want to clarify that. She said she tried to run away 3 times. She runs away one more time, something happens, I forgot. She already has a kid taken away, she can't see him. And she feels like every time she talks about one of her kids to someone at school, they push her down saying that the kid just means nothing to her. And that's really put her down. And so I never realized how much of an impact that has on someone. I didn't realize just this little words, a couple words can end someone's life. A couple words, 1-2 words can put someone in the hospital. Can you bring us 2 Timothy 4:2? Preach the word, be prepared, in season and out of season. Correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and careful instructions. This is what I'm talking about. She told me what was going on, she told me what she did, she told me what she wants to do. She wants to run away again. She feels like that's the one thing she can do. She told me multiple times she wanted to kill herself. And so I had to talk her to it. I had to talk her out of it, kind of communicate with her. Because there'll be times, and Andrew was with me, she was on the phone, she'd be calling, and she was hang up. And I can't just let this happen. She just hung up, I don't know what's going on. And so, she was on the phone for 6 hours altogether, somewhere around there? 6 hours. We're trying to talk her out of it. And that was 3 weeks ago, and she's still here. Because we got to preach the word. We got to tell her, this is what you need to do. We'll be here for you. We'll help you. Chronic pain, cancer, diabetes, heart failure, stuff like that. I've seen on social media a lot of people kill themselves or commit suicide because of cancer, diabetes, heart failure. We had someone a while back, had diabetes, wrote suicide note. They don't want to be here no more because they're different. And it sucks just because you have something that's in you that no one else has or some other people don't have doesn't mean they should go away for it. We'll bring up Psalms 147:3, please. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up the wounds.
Amen.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to fit these in the correct orders. But just because you have cancer, diabetes, heart failure, lung cancer, anything wrong with you, stick with God. It may be painful, it may last a while, but He will heal it. I'm pretty sure we went to some Christian concert last year, and they had everyone stand up with cancer, and there was a lot of people all around. Thank God that they didn't go through a suicide route, and if they did, they're still here, so we're blessed that they're still here. Belief of failure, believing you're not good enough or don't have the expensive jewelry or clothes. When the volunteers up here, like I said, she didn't feel right. She felt like she was kind of a failure. She got pushed out of team. Therefore, she was just not good enough. I've seen people not fit in cheerleading, school, all different stuff, and get pushed out. And it can cause some impact on them. Proverbs 3, 5-6, please. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Just because you're going through a rough time doesn't mean it's the end. It's not. Just because that you're just because depression is right here in front of your face and it's blocking you from going forward in life, or you got people around you, that's just bugging you and stuff, trust in him and he will make a path. Romans 12:13, please.